Hare Krishna. We have heard first and second chapter of Bhagavad Gita in our previous episode. The first chapter, Arjuna is fully distressed, unable to fight. In the second chapter, Arjuna surrenders to Krishna and Krishna reveals him spiritual knowledge. You are not this body, you are soul. You must do your duty. While doing your duty, you should not be attached to the results of the duties you perform. And to do that, you should be sthita prajna, you should be fully focused. You should elevate yourself spiritually. Then Arjuna asks, how does that person behave? How does sthita prajna work? And Krishna, while explaining that, he gave an idea to all of us how to control ourselves, controlling ourselves at the beginning of everything. That was the second chapter. Now, Arjuna understood goal of life is self-realization. If that knowledge, that is what one should achieve in one's life, then Arjuna got a question. If I have to work for self-realization, then Krishna, why are you engaging me in this warfare? So better let me leave the war and go. Let me renounce this. Now answering to Arjuna's question is the chapter Karma Yoga. Karma Yoga is very important topic to understand with the proper sense as Bhagavad Gita as it is. Krishna first of all says to Arjuna, you see, you cannot prematurely give up your activities. If you give up the activities and your work prematurely, it is simply a pretending. You will again come back doing the same thing. Hence, you have to mature by doing your work, your duty. At the time of creation, Krishna says, I have created you, I have created human beings, I have created devatas. All the human beings are supposed to perform sacrifices to devatas and get their desired results from them. Yajnartat karmano anyatra lokoyam karma bandhanaha. If you do the duty as a sacrifice, yajna, then you'll be relieved from all the bondage in this material world. If you don't do your duty, if you don't offer sacrifices to devatas, then you are stena eva saha, you are a thief. So Karma Yoga, the first aspect is we should do our duty. Now where do I get my duty? Krishna also says, Annadi bhavanti bhutani Parjanyat annasambhavaha yajnat bhavanti parjanyo yajnaha karma samudbhavam. When you do your duty as a yajna, then everything required in your life will automatically come. There will be rain, sufficient rainfall. The result of rainfall, earth will produce sufficient food grains. Everything will come. Yajna shishta shino shanta muchyante sarvakil vishaihi. When you do your duty in this consciousness, do your duty and give the result to Krishna or God and take it back. What God gives to you happily, you will be relieved from all the sins. This is the first aspect you have to do our karma. The more important is karma brahmodbhavam vidhi. That karma, you cannot assume yourself what is your duty. Karma will be approved by the Vedas. Karma brahmodbhavam vidhi. That karma you should perform. So you must do your karma or duty which is ordained by the scriptures, the Vedas, and while doing your duty, don't desire for the outcome, don't be attached to the outcome, give up the outcome. Now completely to give up the outcome, one has to be self-realized. So the karma yoga is doing your duty ordained by scriptures and giving up the results to God. Completely. He is a perfect karma yogi. Now, Krishna further says, if somebody is self-realized by doing so, he also should do his duty, because yad acharati shrestha tad evetaro janaha. Everybody should do your duty, including one who is self-realized, because in the Vedic society, those who are self-realized, spiritually advanced, they are considered to be the great people in the society. Everybody follow them. They were called celebrities. Unlike today in Kali Yuga, the movie stars become celebrities, or any other person who has got lot of money, he becomes celebrity. No, in the Vedic society, spiritually advanced person is a celebrity. Yad yad acharati shrestha tat tad evetaro janaha. Common people's mindset is to follow the great personalities. Therefore, even person who has acquired self-realization should do his duty. Krishna says, even me, even though I am the supreme personality of God and I am nothing to do in this material world, still I also do my duty. Because seeing me, others also do their duty. Now while doing duty, they have to give up your result fully. For that you should not have sense enjoyment desires. You have to give up the sense enjoyment ideas. Arjuna asked this question. Arjuna says, but my senses are so powerful. They demand enjoyment. Sometimes I know it is not good for me. Some bad habit. I don't want to do this, but it pushes me to do. What is this force, my dear Krishna? Baladiva niyojitaha. What is that bala, the strength behind this senses? Answering that, Krishna says, Kama yesha, krodha yesha, rajo guna samudbhavaha, mahashanao mahapapma, viddi enam iha vairinam. There is one big enemy sitting. That enemy is kama, the lust. That lust is sitting in your senses, in your mind, in your intelligence. That is pushing you to do. That force called kama, actually, originally, real color of the kama is prema, the love. The love for God is a real color of the lust. And love has become lust. Now today, how can I control that? Krishna reveals one secret in the 3rd chapter of Bhagavad Gita. What is that secret? Krishna says, you know, in your body there is a hierarchy. First of all, the lowest level in hierarchy is your senses. Above the senses is your mind. Above the mind is your intelligence. Above that is Atma, the soul. If everything works in this hierarchy, you will be alright. But today it is not working like that. Whatever the senses are demanding, the mind is agreeing. What mind wants to experience, the intelligence is supporting. Finally, the soul is losing the precious time and precious human life. Hence, Krishna says at the end of the 3rd chapter of Bhagavad Gita, you must acquire spiritual strength. You should control the lower selves, senses, mind and intelligence through the higher self called Atma. You should control them. Today our Atma is impoverished because we are not taking care of it. We are taking care of everything. Our body, our beauty, our house, but we are not taking care of the Atma. You have to give food to Atma. Atma should get bala, Atma bala, the strength. What is the food for Atma? The food for Atma is spiritual stuff. Reading Bhagavad Gita, chanting Hare Krishna, Krishna Krishna, Hare Hare, Hare Rama, Rama Rama, Hare Hare. Holy names of the Lord, hearing the pastimes of the Lord. This way one has to enrich his Atma, the soul. Then he gets the power to control Indriyas, Manassu and Buddhi, and where lust is sitting. Having revealed this secret, Krishna concludes the Karma Yoga chapter. Further, Krishna is going to explain to Arjuna about transcendental knowledge, Jnana Yoga. What is knowledge? What is his position? Why Krishna? What is the difference between Krishna and all the living beings? All these things we will come to know in the next chapter, in the next episode. Now, I request all of you to go back and read the third chapter, chapter 1, 2, 3, and be ready for the next episode, chapter 4. Thank you very much. Hare Krishna.